Welcome to the second episode in an investigation into the human race. Last week, we looked at the re-emerging Goths. This week, we'll be following the footsteps of the recently materialised Chavs. Chavs are a fiercely grown breed that can be found far and wide across the country. In Scotland, there are Skemmies and Neds. Some say the name Neds originates from their educational background, non-educated delinquents. However, this is not a fact. Moving south to the north of England, to Newcastle, where there are 4 huge herds competing for this territory, there have been many conflicts between the Scuffheads, Stigs, Stangers and Yarkos for the total domination of Newcastle. Moving down slightly to Liverpool, where there is a massive gathering of Scallies, a loud, boisterous, disruptive breed that can be found herding around town centres. This hostile breed are identifiable by their body markings called tattoos. These markings are used to attract females as well as ward off other males. These tattoos are used as symbols of hierarchy. The more tattoos you have, the more strength you seem to possess. There are smaller breeds such as the Kevs, Bazzers, Pikeys, Jenners, Smicks, Spideys, Mokes and Steeks that can be found all over the country in towns and cities like Bedford, Chester, Glasgow, Lancashire, Luton, Newport, Swindon and Taunton. But the most popular and documented breed can be found in South Wales, so we go to Swansea, a large developing city home to over 225,000 people, to begin our search for the Chav. Meet Dwayne. He is currently unemployed and lives at home with his mum and dad in Town Hill. As Dwayne is on the dole, he has a lot of free time on his hands, which he generally spends fixing his car or socialising with his friends. We followed Dwayne for a day to discover the ins and outs of the Chav culture. Dwayne took us to his local bus station, where him and his girlfriend Donna like to spend their free time together. Other popular Chav hangouts are shopping centres, off-licences and street corners. A Chav's favourite pursuits consist of shopping for the latest white trainers, transforming a normal car into a street racing novelty, smoking cannabis, and, Don and Dwayne's favourite, drinking cheap cider. Attitude is everything to a Chav. The male of the species generally has a hard, shifty expression on his face, which suggests pure menace. Chavs are eye contact aggressive. If anyone dares look at them in the eye, it is seen as a challenge, and would more likely end in a brutal display of power, either through abusive name-calling or, in extreme cases, hand-to-hand combat. This, however, would only happen if the number of Chavs were greater than challengees.
What are you looking at?
Normally 4 Chavs to 1.
But I didn't say anything.
Chavs can be spotted in a crowd by their trendy clothes.
Beep, 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 beep.
Let's take a closer look. Chavs like to wear branded sportswear. The bigger the brand name on the garment, the better. They also like to wear sparkling whiter-than-white trainers, tracksuit bottoms, and a baseball hat. Chavs have an obsession with following brand names that has always been important to them. Burberry is believed to be the most iconic brand name that is associated with Chavs. As we can see here, both Donna and Dwayne are wearing Burberry scarves. As it is a warm sunny day, we can only come to the conclusion that the scarves are fashion statements. If we look closely at Dwayne, we can see that he is wearing an iconic symbol of Chavness, the baseball hat. It is believed that male Chavs are issued with a hat at birth, as they are rarely seen without one. If we look at Dwayne's footwear, we will see another iconic fashion item of the Chav, pristine white trainers. Like all Chav attire, a prominent Chav brand is a must. Some of the clothes in question are so identifiable with Chavs that certain town shopping centres and pub chains have banned people wearing these clothes completely.
No Chavs allowed.
The Daily Mail describes the female of the species, Chavettes. They pull their shoddily dyed hair back in the ultra-tight bun known as the council house facelift, wear skirts that would be much better described as white belts, and tops that reveal too much. Donna is a typical Chavette, with her hair scraped back into a ponytail with the gravity-defying help from mousse, hairspray and scrunches. Her thick layer of makeup not only acts as a form of camouflage so that she can blend in with other Chavettes, but also it disguises her identity from the police. Like many African tribes, Chavs also like to wear ceremonial jewellery, the more the better. This dressing of gold gives the impression of wealth and thus gives the Chav the all-important appearance of status. As we can see here, Donna and Dwayne are sporting the most popular piece of hand furniture, the sovereign ring. Once the sole domain of Cockney villains, scrap merchants and Jimmy Savile, they have now been embraced by the Chav.
Oh, so now what's this I've been hearing about?
Another trait of the Chav is their vocal decibels. They are a very vocal breed, especially in breeding season.
To sort you out, alright?
Expletives are used as frequently as possible, their crudeness depending on how much cider has been drunk or how much glue has been sniffed by the Chav. Fuck punctuates sentences when vocabulary is elusive or just lacking. Fucking replaces adjectives and cunt replaces the person. With Chavs reaching the TV in such programs as Wife Swap and Trisha, it seems that this newly developing breed has its teeth firmly grasped on the nation. Such Chavvy groups as GLC and famous Chav icons such as Jody Marsh, Jordan and Wayne Rooney have given the Chav culture an unexpected boost in popularity, and the media hype around this new faction continues to grow and grow, making Chav the new norm. Now with a deeper understanding of Chavs, we can understand the human race a little bit more. This is Dr. Jason Hargreaves bidding you good evening. Until next week, goodbye.